Hello everyone and welcome to the Endlessrise VIP webinar series. Today we will be going over the local buzz services, and we're going to be going through all of the line items and the sales pitch behind it. So to kick things off, my webinar didn't give me much of a countdown here. Can everyone in their chat window let me know if you can hear me okay and if you can see the screen okay? It's a woman with a big bullhorn and says mastering your local buzz. All right, great. Everyone's saying loud and clear. So if audio is not good for you, it's probably your audio settings, and everyone's saying that they're seeing the screen just fine. So we're going to get started here. So since everyone's being so reactive now, which is wonderful, if you guys can let me know in the questions box how many of you have watched the Local Buzz video or reviewed the sales collateral on Local Buzz in the dashboard, so I can kind of gauge how many people are familiar with the Local Buzz product versus how many people are completely unaware of what's going on with the Local Buzz services and uneducated on it. Great. Looks like CJ has reviewed it, which is a good deal. Okay, most of the people have gone through the basics. I tell you what, I'm going to cut out of this PowerPoint for 1 second, and I'm going to bring people back around real quick because there are some newbies on the line saying that they're not sure what this is all about. So let me just kind of bring this back around for newbies, and we'll jump into our PowerPoint for everyone else, all the veterans out there, right? So whenever you sign up, you log in. This is your dashboard. Whenever you go to services, you're going to see a tab for SEO, Local Buzz, and Site Audits. Clearly what we're going over is the Local Buzz services. When you come in, you'd see Local Buzz, you'd see your pricing, and then you would click on View Package Details to view the specifics to the Local Buzz services, and you would also see in here a Local Buzz tutorial video. When you click View Package Details, you would come to this screen, it would be this screen, which is where you would be able to click on Local Buzz Services, which would take you into here, and you can download or view the sales collateral, which is phenomenal, and then you would all be able to click on Local Buzz Services, and this is where you would come in and you would see all of the line item details to the Local Buzz Services. So what I'm going to be going over today is going to be the all-encompassing Local Buzz service, which would be the Monster plan. So you have 5 different levels of plans in the Local Buzz services, and I'm going to be going over the largest one so that I encompass everything that's offered in this. But keep in mind, when you come in your dashboard and you see this now, I do want to point out that we have updated a couple of things. One, you're going to see that when you do get into the Local Buzz, the item descriptions below, you can show or hide item descriptions that impact how you download these line items as a PDF. And what do I mean by that? Well, in the Local Buzz services, we break this down into month 1 services, and each line item has a pop-out comment box, right? And as I scroll down, and I know this is too quick for you to read, you're going to see the month 2 and ongoing monthly, and when I get to the very bottom, you're going to see that it ends, and that's how it would PDF out. However, if I were to toggle and click on Show Item Descriptions, then at the bottom what it's going to do is it's going to show you at the bottom all of the line item descriptions in a glossary format. And the reason why that's there for you to toggle in between is because if you were to PDF this out with just the question marks, then you don't have the line item descriptions. Some of you want to PDF out the package details with the descriptions and a glossary at the bottom, and sometimes you don't. So now you have the ability to download the line items in our new format as a PDF, or what you can do, well, as a PDF with the descriptions or without the descriptions. So that's been upgraded for, yes, our SEO services have the same layout now, and our website audit services have the same layout, and coming soon, of course, we'll follow with the web design, ORM, and PPC. So we had a lot of people asking us to upgrade the view on our packages, even though they're just line item details, and before they were in more of an Excel format. We gave in to the popular request to upgrade it to make them look prettier. So now you'll be able to PDF them out with or without descriptions, so that if you need the technical line items, you have them. And then you have the sales collateral right here. So the sales collateral, if I have not opened it yet, when you click on View or Download, it'll ask you US or UK English. If I click on US, the local buzz sales collateral is also going to be very important during the presentation. So I want to make sure that you know how to get a hold of the local buzz sales collateral. And whenever you click to view it or download it, it will be in PDF format. But keep in mind, inside the dashboard, you can also go to Resources, Document Library, and keep in mind that inside of the document library, on the right-hand side, you have your sales collateral. So when you click on the sales collateral, on the right-hand side, inside of the document library, you can also find the sales collateral here. So if you wanted to go here, and if you're looking for the sales collateral in Word format and PDF format, maybe you don't want to deal with editing a PDF and you want it in Word format. Okay, we have that for you now. So all you need to do is go in and find your SEO sales collateral in the dashboard, and if you download that, it'll give you a zip file with the PDF and Word doc, so that if you want to edit it in Word, you'd be able to. And of course, we have all of our sales collateral. For those of you who have not seen the local buzz sales collateral, I am not going to be going through the local buzz sales collateral in depth. It's going to be assumed that most of you have gone through the local buzz sales collateral. The local buzz sales collateral, I'm just going to scroll through it. Keep in mind, it tells you what the service is, and this is client-facing that you can brand to give to your clients. It tells you some statistics on why local buzz is an important service based on how many people are online on their mobile phones that are local versus social, and what type of mobile phones they're using, and the increased percentages in those types of phones, and how many people using mobile devices are purchasing products online. And then the sales collateral goes into what your client's competition might be doing on general statistics. It goes into showing what the future is with what the local buzz does for marketing in terms of the online, mobile, and local growth. And then the local buzz sales collateral goes into what consultation you would be able to offer to your client. Because, of course, you all do absolutely phenomenal and amazing and completely priceless consultations with your clients, right? But do you spell it out for them? Well, the sales collateral is nice because you don't need to, because this will spell out a nice consultation on what your client would be getting with a consultation with you. And then it gives a summary of what's done in the local buzz. So as we're going to get into the presentation, I'm going to go through line item by line item on a technical sale, what the local buzz is all about. And yes, it's going to be a rather long webinar. But the sales collateral is nice because it gives a summary of what's involved in the local buzz product, so that you don't have to go through all line items with the client. You can just give them in layman terms an overview with the sales collateral, and they'll get the gist of what it's all about. And then it tells them what's the next step, which is to schedule an appointment for your priceless consultation, of course, and how to go about doing that. So this sales collateral, it's really phenomenal and it's amazing, and you're going to see me referencing the sales collateral during the presentation on the local buzz sales pitch. So now you know where to find it, what it's all about, and it's going to keep you busy with sales and not creating your collateral. Can people do me a favor? If you can still hear me okay, and let me know. I've got just really one particular person that can't hear me speaking up on the webinar, so I need to do a quick sound check. All right. Well, Richard, sorry you can't hear me okay, but everyone else is saying they can hear you loud and clear, so it must be your internet connection there. All right. So you know how to get your sales collateral, right? You probably watched the local buzz video. In this presentation, when we get into the technical sale, I'm going to be going over line item by line item, and you know where to find the line items on the local buzz, so don't forget it. All right, the local buzz. So last time we talked about mastering your SEO sales pitch, and if you missed that last webinar, you know that it's in the video library in the webinar archive. And now we're going to be going over the local buzz sales pitch, because I think that there's a lot of people that really do not understand the real difference between SEO, our SEO product, and our local buzz product. And you know, whenever I was training our new sales consultants, and by the way, we've actually doubled the size of our sales consultant team to increase your communication response time. When I was training some of the newbies on the sales consultant team, which, you know, they have experience in the industry, but they don't know our product real well, I would always ask them and tell them that they had to pitch me on being their client, and to imagine that I'm a client, I've got a budget, X amount of budget per month, and I can either afford SEO or local buzz, but I have an amount of money as a local service provider, and I could avail of each. And the real question is which service is better for a local service provider? And really, that's a pretty difficult question to answer, because you have to understand the difference between the two. First of all, SEO is about getting in front of people in the search engines that are searching and looking for you as a local service provider, right? As opposed to local buzz, whereas local buzz, yes, it's geared towards helping you to rank higher inside of the Google Places or Google Maps, but it's really geared towards getting a buzz created around you in your local environment that has more of a strategy on getting you in front of people in your local community that are not necessarily looking for you, but a widespread buzz about you in your local arena, whereas SEO is focused on rankings and getting you in front of the people that are searching for you. So they're really two different types of marketing. And whereas SEO is measured more by rankings with the expectations of traffic and ROI, local buzz is primarily tracked by traffic, although it does increase the probabilities of ranking higher within the Google Maps and Google Places. So let's get into the value sales pitch on the local buzz. You know, whenever you're going to be talking to local buzz to someone who's non-technical, maybe they don't know a lot about online marketing, but they are competitive. They're mainly profit-oriented, and they want to know what they're going to be getting out of this. You want to always let them know what that local buzz is all about from a value standpoint. Just as on the SEO sales pitch webinar, you want to express to them the value of the product itself, how it creates more publicity, more sales, the concept behind it on it generates more customers, more revenue, more profit. And we do have some value sales pitch tools that you would want to utilize. For those of you that are familiar with the online presence report, of course you want to be utilizing for that. With that, do keep in mind the online presence report, we're only running for the United States right now. And you want to use the sales collateral, because the sales collateral we have for local buzz is geared towards a value sale. And then promotion generated sales projection. You want to let them know about the value behind the Facebook, the Foursquare, the Bing, and the Google offers and the distribution, and how that all comes about for them to spread more of a viral buzz for them. Because they really don't understand what happens whenever someone checks in. How does that go viral? How does one person to all of their friends, to one of all of their friends, spread to all of their friends? And before long, you have a spider web of people connected through your social media outlets, and this is just generating a massive buzz. So based on the value sales pitch tools, if you haven't seen the online presence report in the system, whenever you request a proposal request for local buzz or SEO services for that matter, we'll run an online presence report for you, which is going to give them a grading scale on their Google Plus Yahoo Local and Bing Local, and really a directory breakdown, which is going to help you to show them where they're lacking and where their holes are, and especially their local online marketing and directory presence. And then it's going to allow you to show them not only what directories they are in, but it's going to allow you to show them what directories their competitors are in. And that should help you quite a bit. And I'm reading some quick comments. I'm getting distracted by, probably circle back around to that. Real quick, CJ says, if our client comes up with a coupon, do you promote it in the service? Yeah. And really the value sale came first. Maybe it should be coming last, but I'm going to get through all the line items in the technical sale. Since the majority of you have said that you have seen the video and the sales collateral behind the local buzz, I'm just going to really blow through the value sale, and then I'm going to get into the technical sale. So the sales collateral, really, do not underestimate the sales collateral. Sales collateral is a big deal. Our sales collateral is geared towards the value sale. And whenever you read through it, yeah, you can edit it if you want to. You can brand it. But whenever you talk to a client, even if you've already covered everything, to be able to at least follow up in an email and give them an attachment to the sales collateral to give them more statistics and proof on what you were talking about, how it works, and why it's important is really powerful. Let alone if you were at your local chamber of commerce or you're out there networking in person, I would definitely print out the local buzz sales collateral and walk around with it and hand it out, because it's really contains a lot of powerful information. Now on the value sales pitch, you can do quite a bit of things, and what you can do is you can put together your own mock case study. The local buzz has a lot to do with generating promotions and running promotions to get your foot in the door for things like Facebook Lite gateways and prompting people to do check-ins, because the whole mechanism to getting someone to do something is to put a deadline on something that they want from a value standpoint with a limited time only on it. That's one of the only ways that you're able to persuade people to take an action. Most businesses are not in the model to where people are just going to go out there and naturally just like their Facebook all day long, or do a check-in through the different sites all day long, or give them a +1. Typically it takes some persuasion. And one of the best ways to instigate action is through promotion, and one of the only ways online to do that. So if you wanted to put together your own value sales pitch based on some mock-up study that you have, you can do that. And even if it's not labeled to a particular company, it doesn't matter. It's just the idea behind it, and the age-old idea since Coca-Cola came out with the very first coupon is the concept behind promotion. And promotion does not mean that you just give the same product for a lower amount of money and make it same and make less money as a result. The entire idea behind a promo is that you would sell more of it, so when you give a discount and you sell more, you're selling at a higher volume, and with that volume, even though you're selling at a lower profit margin, you'll make more money because the volume will outweigh the discount. So like we put together here a really simple example on if for every $100, $30, or if for every $100 on a product, $30 of it is profit, or 30%, and whoever you're doing your write-up for or mock study on gets 500 in-store non-promo sales a month, then they're going to be making $50,000 in revenue at $15,000 profit a month. And that's not far-fetched, that's not typical, but still, that's for a decent business that's up off the ground and they're running at a decent profit margin, probably pre-tax. So the idea is to show the customer that in the next month, if the owner is to give out a 15% discount through these different online channels to utilize their network and get them involved, and they get, say, 400 sales from that on top of their regular sales, at the end of the day, and I'll skip to the bottom because I'm going to start moving a bit faster, they're going to end up making a good $4,500 additional, and they're going to have a much higher revenue as a result, and they're going to have a higher volume in sales, which is going to be ideal to the majority of all companies. They're going to want to push revenue to higher numbers. They might be able to lower their profit margins, but not by a lot. And a promo doesn't have to be 15% down. It could be 5% down, or it could be something like a free toothbrush or a handshake. But this is just a great example. If you're going to do a presentation for someone, you need to let them know the type of value that's behind creating local buzz and the concept behind a local buzz. And to get that local buzz requires action on behalf of the visitor. SEO does not require interaction to create buzz. Rankings create your buzz. Local buzz requires user interaction. You need a +1, you need a like, you need a check-in, and we have to instigate, and we use promotions or coupons as a mechanism to instigate action which connects all their friends to whatever it is that they just connected to. So being able to show them a mock sales projection with a promotion is not a bad idea to let them know about the value behind it. So in short, on the value sales pitch, I wouldn't go into long line items on a value sales pitch. I would go into something more like just a flow chart, even something very simple. I wouldn't get into the long line items like we're about ready to get into. If you just let them know that the local buzz, they're going to get into Facebook, Foursquare, Google+, Bing, check-in and promos, and the methodology behind creating that local buzz, how whenever someone does a like, or they do a +1, or they do a check-in, that all of their friends are alerted to it, and typically you have friends where? In the same city that you're in. Typically, most of your friends live around you. That's just the way it works. People like to be friends with people that they can see, and that's how it happens. So whenever it sends out that signal to all of their friends, then maybe out of all of their friends, one of them also picks it up and likes it, then all their friends see it. And to be able to explain the concept to the client that is how it works can be as simple as that. And then, of course, this is going to increase sales and customer loyalty. Promotions are synonymous with customer loyalty. It helps a lot. Customers love promotions. So this is going to also help improve brand image and reputation, because we also will be doing reviews and additional directory citations for them. So really, on the value sale, on getting into the technicalities of everything that it is that we're doing, you can keep it fairly simple. You don't have to really get in depth on everything that you're doing. So that's the value sales pitch. It's really not too difficult, because on the value sales pitch, the most important thing is read the sales collateral. And whenever you're speaking to the client, make sure that you understand the methodology and the principle behind the local buzz services and focus on that. The technical sales pitch has a lot more to do with people pinning you down on a lot of questions. The SEO technical sales pitch is much more in demand, because you get a lot of SEO gurus or a lot of guys that have paid for SEO before. But in the event that you do run into someone that wants to break you down on the line items on what it is that they're paying for, it's your responsibility to know line item by line item what's included in the local buzz services. So let's get started here. Technical sales pitch. We're going to go line by line on the largest local buzz package, so that everyone who's watched this video, no matter what, when talking to a client, is never going to get backed into a corner and not know what they're talking about, which is the purpose of the presentation.